I've been working through the epilogue of Hammurapi, doing an inductive grammar, looking at each word grammatically. I hope this is helpful. It's been a challenge to me in my retirement. I was a seminary, as I said on tape one that we did, the first video. I was a seminary professor for many years. My main field was Hebrew Bible, Hebrew scriptures, and I'm a Christian minister. I gave my background on the first video, and this is challenging to me at this point in life, to review what I learned years ago. I did my master's, well, my doctorate, my PhD from Dallas Seminary, and in biblical studies, my Master of Arts in Hebrew from the Dropsy College, which basically was a Jewish school in Philadelphia, and then my PhD at New York University. I finished in 1989. But basically, I had 3 years of Akkadian, and I haven't used it a whole lot since my study, since I was working on my PhD many years ago. And so at this point in life, it keeps my mind active to continue working in it. I hope it helps people. Some of you have indicated that you appreciated it on the first video. I hope it's a help. I'm open to any corrections. I am not an Akkadiologist. My main field is biblical studies. I taught Hebrew as well. So I'm going to work through it. And please feel free, if there's areas that you feel I've missed, to correct it. I don't mind that at all. It's a challenge to me mentally to keep active at this point in life. So I'm going to pick up in verse 36. This is where Hammurapi is basically cursing anyone that would change his laws. And so we're going to pick it up in verse 36. He's given curses to anyone that would try to change it, but then he continues. Well, first of all, he gave blessing to those that would keep it, following him. And now he begins to give curses. He says, I'm picking up at line 36. And by the way, if you want to follow my own normalization, you can find that on Google Books under my name, Dr. Gary Stats, under this topic, the epilogue of Hammurapi. So we pick it up in line 36. Ashum eretim shinati shaniama ushtachis. Or, because of these curses. Notice eretim shinati is a genitive. Because of these curses, ashum, taking the genitive case here. And notice eretum is the word for curse, and the im gives it away as a genitive. Shinatim, demonstrative pronoun, because of these curses. Shiniama ushtachis, another, or he has instigated another. In other words, the king that would follow Hammurapi, if because of these curses he gets somebody else involved, is the way I'm understanding it. Ushtachis, notice you have a shin t preterite, third person singular, from the root ahazu, meaning to instruct, or we could translate it, I think, here, instigate. Instruct in the sense of instigating. Another as whether that is as for that man, awilum shu, lu sharum, lu belum, lu, notice ishiakum, ulu awilutum, sha shuman nabiat, anum rabum abuili nabu paliya, melemni sharutim litershu. So let's break that up a little bit. As for that man, awilum shu. Notice awilum is your nominative singular in the ending, and then shu again, demonstrative pronoun. As for that man, whether king, lu here means either or. So whether lugal, and notice lugal is your Sumerian. We have your capital letters here, your capital L-U-G-A-L, which means big man in Sumerian. And it has to do with a king. And so the Akkadian is sharum, whether a king, or lu, either or. N is a Sumerian with the capital E-N for Lord. And notice in Akkadian, it is rendered belum, whether a king or a lord, or lu, a governor, ishiakum. Ishiakum means governor, and notice the Sumerian is capital E-N-S-I, which means governor in Sumerian. In Akkadian, ishiakum meaning king, or meaning governor, or a governor, or lu, or awilutim, or really we could say any man. Any man would be willing to try to change or be instructed or instigated to change what I have written, is the point. And notice Shah, Shumam, Nibiat, who a name is called. Anyone who is called a name, he's saying, whoever it might be, I think is the thought here. Shah is your relative pronoun, who. Shumam is your accusative from shumu, meaning name. Notice the ending is showing an accusative singular, who a name is called. And notice nabiat is a gestative, feminine singular from nabu. So who is called a name, me anum, mighty anum. And notice anum in Sumerian is on with your capital A-N. And I am looking at a wonderful little handbook called An Akkadian Handbook by Douglas B. Miller and Mark Schiff. And in terms of an, or anu, this is on page 45, they identify him as the sky god, supreme god of the pantheon, spouse of Antu, father of Adad, Enlil, Ishtar, and Nisaba. Principal temple was in Uruk. So he's calling on Anu now, or Anu, to help him bring a curse, really. And so may mighty Anu, Rabum is an adjective meaning mighty, and so may the supreme God of the sky, the father of the gods, and we've named some of the gods, Abu Ili. Notice Abu means father, and Ili is the genitive, plural, father of the gods. It's interesting, in Hebrew, the word Ab is father, and El is God. So there's a close relationship in terms of the two words there. So the father of the gods, who declared or who proclaimed, from naba'u, who proclaimed my reign. Notice Balia. Notice we have a capital B-A-L-I-A. And when we bring that into Akkadian, it is Paleya, P-A-L-E-Y-A. Paleya means reign in Akkadian, from Palum. And notice Ya is your personal pronoun, first person. So the father of the gods, who proclaimed my reign, which was Anu, again from Palum. The glory of sovereignty, may he take it away, is the curse. May the God take away the glory of sovereignty to anyone or any king that is instigating this. Notice Melemi Sharutim is, we have the Sumerian, capital M-E-L-A-M, of Melemi, which means of the glory. It's from radiance or glory. And then we have of sovereignty, Sharutim, from Sharutu, meaning kingship. So may the radiance of sovereignty or kingship. Again, we have two genitives here. May he take it away. In other words, may Anu take away the glory of sovereignty. By the way, let me go back. The father Anu, who declared my reign, may he take away, may he take it away, that is the glory of sovereignty, of anyone that would try to efface my my writing or my laws. Notice Melemi is the in construct with Sharutim here, and so may he take it away, that is the glory of sovereignty. I guess I'm understanding Melemi to be an accusative in construct, a plural, in construct with Sharutim, the glory of sovereignty or of kingship. Let me think about this a moment. Melemi Sharutim, we're looking at clearly two genitives here, and the glory of sovereignty or the radiance of kingship. Glory is in construct with Sharutim. So let me go back and just take these as two genitives. So may it take away, that is, and I'm understanding the subject to be on here. May he take it away. That is, this king that might have instigated this. And notice the root here of litershu is eteru, to remove. And here we have a precative, a G precative, third masculine singular, with the suffix shu, personal pronoun, third person, a suffix pronoun. May he take it away. May he take away the glory of sovereignty. And furthermore, of this king that has instituted this, his staff may he break. Notice chatashu lishbir. Chatashu is from the root chatum. And notice we have in the Sumerian capital G-I-D-R-I, and then we have shu, the personal pronoun, third masculine singular. And we have the spelling G-I-S with like a Shin mark. That's looking at something that's like wooden, made with wood, in my understanding. So may he take away his scepter, And in Akkadian, it becomes chatashu. Notice this is from chatum, meaning a scepter. And so may he break his scepter, or the scepter of him. And so chatashu is the accusative singular. We have chatum, chatam, and without the mim or the im. So, and we have your pronominal suffix, third masculine singular. So may he break his staff. And notice lishbir means to break, a precative, G precative, third masculine singular. So may he break his staff, and may he curse his fates. Shimatishu lirur. Notice liru is the precative, a G precative, third masculine singular from the root araru. The A has elided here, the 1A form, and so may he curse his fates. And shimatishu is from the word fate, shimatu, and here we have an accusative or an oblique plural in the I, and I would understand this, may he curse the fates of him, being an accusative oblique plural in shamatu, followed by shu, the personal suffix pronoun, his fates. So he's wishing Anu to judge this king who might have followed him and instigated this kind of, can I say, doing away with his laws. And so then we come to Enlil, Belum Mushim Shimatim, Shakibisu la Utakaru. Notice, may Elil, the Lord who determines the fates, whose command cannot be changed, who made large my kingdom, Musharbu, Sharutiya, may he bring disorders, Teshi, La Shubim, which cannot be suppressed, breast blows, is the way I guess I would render in this, or despairs, Gabara, of his passing, of his fugitive reign, can I say, in his dwelling, Halakishu Inashutishu, may he cause to seize, Lishabi Hashum, may he cause to seize for him. This is a long phrase, at least is the way I'm understanding it. So his fates may he curse, may Enlil, and now Enlil, going back to an Akkadian handbook, Enlil is the Lord Wind, chief god of the Sumerian pantheon, city god of Nippur, son of Anu. And the note here says that he conferred Enlilship onto other gods, as did Anu. But this is on page 50 of an Akkadian handbook. And so this is a very helpful little tool that is helping me bring back some of my own Akkadian understanding that I learned in my 3 years of study. So as we move on then, may Enlil, the Lord who determines the fates. Belum means Lord, and Mushim means who determines Shimatim, the fates. So Enlil has that power of determining the fates of kings. And notice Mushim is a D participle, masculine singular, in my understanding, from Shiamu, who determines the fates. Shimatim is, again, looking at your oblique plural, either genitive or accusative in the em ending, with the at putting it into the plural. So who determines the fates, whose his command cannot be changed. Sha kibisu naba'u. Notice Sha is your relative pronoun. Kibisu from kibtu, and notice kibit is in construct with shu here historically, and the T and the Shin, if we could call it that, the Shin, changes to SS in that particular combination. So whose, his command, and here we have the noun command in construct with shu, and both becoming, as we said, two S's. His command, naba'u, who determines the fates, whose his command cannot be changed. And notice la is the negative particle, and then we have uttakkaru. This is from the root nakaru, and here we have an NT form. Notice the N here, we have the N, not an NT. Well, yes, an NT. We have from the root nakaru, and again, it's a subjunctive following sha, whose his command cannot be changed, from nakaru. This form I had struggled with some. The root is nakaru, and that's why that I believe the N has assimilated into the tav. And so I had taken this as an NT. Again, I believe the root is nakaru. But let me go on, and we can come back and rework that a little bit. Who made large my kingdom. Musharbu sharutiya, who made large. The root here is rabu, to make large. And notice here we have a Shin participle, I believe, with the mu prefix and the sha prefix or infix. And rabu means to make big or large. Who made large my kingdom, from sharutiya. And notice sharutiya is from sharutu again, and that e is the genitive followed by the pronominal suffix my, ya. And then disorders, teshi, la shubim, disorders which cannot be suppressed, and gabara or gabara, breast blows. This is from the root gabara or gabarahum. And notice gabarahum, G-A-B-A-R-A, and then the het u. We knock off the hum, and we have a construct here, gabara, and then breast blows is the literal meaning of his passing, halakishu, of his fugitive passing. And I'm not sure what the interpretation is here, unless it's looking at his temporal type of reign. And notice hauku is the root here from halaki, and here we have another genitive of his passing, followed by shu, the pronominal suffix, third masculine singular. So breast blows of his passing in his dwelling, in a shuptishu, in his dwelling. Notice in takes the genitive case here from shuptu, meaning dwelling. So in his dwelling, again we have your pronominal suffix in the shu. May he cause to catch hold or seize. I honestly struggled over this form. It's a Shin. I would understand it as a Shin, and I struggled with the root meaning. And if someone has an idea to help me out there, that would be great. But I translated it as to catch hold. I looked up naba'u, and I'm just not sure. The shum is your dative plural, to him. So may he catch hold or seize to him. So he's really wanting a curse on his reign, and a reign of trouble. Pale tanehum, a reign of trouble. Notice tanehum means trouble or distress, and pale means reign from palum. Again, we're looking at a genitive here going with henna, the preposition, in his dwelling, may he cause to cease. And I guess you could say may in a reign of trouble, may that continue, being the thought here. I'm thinking, humi itsutim shanat hushahim. That is, days few. Humi itsutim would be few days, and years of famine. Shanat hushahim, years of famine, and darkness without light. Eklet la nawarim, death at the blink of an eye. Mut nitil inim, ana shimtim, for the fate may he determine for him. And notice here we have a precative, a G precative, third masculine singular with the li, followed by shin, to determine, and shum is your dative for him. So what he's saying is, trying to work all this together, may Enlil determine for this king that would do this, that would instigate a revolt against what Hammurapi has presented. May he determine a reign of trouble, few days, imi itzitim, years of famine, and here we have shanat in construct with hushahim, darkness without light, eklet meaning darkness, a negative particle la, nawarim, without not having light, and death, mut nitil inam, death at the blink of an eye. Here we again have a noun in construct with inam, for the fate, anashimtim, may he determine, that is, may Enlil determine for this king that would do this, and may he determine destruction of his city. And he goes on, and by the way, I thought, what a contrast between this and the thought of loving your neighbor as yourself, or the idea, even in the I should say in the Hebrew Bible, which Jesus quotes, "V'ahavta et re'echa kamocha," and you shall love your neighbors yourself. There's no concept of that in Hammurapi. But at any rate, I think I'm going to stop there. I'm having fun with this, and like I said, there's a couple forms that I need to struggle with some more, and that is in line 63. If anyone can help me out there, that would be great. But I hope this is helpful. I'm enjoying it. And the others we put up, I hope have been helpful as well. Thank you for letting me do this. And it's a challenge to my own thinking to try to keep working on it. Again, what a contrast in my thinking between this and even being kind to your neighbor, loving your neighbor as yourself, and what Jesus teaches in the Sermon on the Mount.